Hey, good morning. As everybody can see, if you look out your window, we're kind of snowed in today. And I'm glad that we have this opportunity. I'm glad that we have the technology available that we can come together on something like Facebook. Now, I know that some of our people will not be able to see this, but I also know that many of you are on Facebook. You're sitting around the house today, wondering what to watch, maybe watching some Christmas movies, but I hope that everyone's taking just a few minutes, won't be long today, to stop and just listen to this message. I kind of had our month planned out as far as having some a series for Christmas, and if I missed today, that was going to kind of throw off our series a little bit. Our plans was today to do the birth foretold, give you some of the prophecies concerning the birth of Jesus. Then we are going to do the birth of John the Baptist next week, or then we will do the Christmas story on the Sunday before Christmas. That'll be on the 23rd. And then the Sunday after Christmas, we will do the story of the wise men. So we're going to share all of these during that time. Now, I also want you to remember, we will be having a fellowship on the 16th. That's next Sunday night. During that time, I've got a little special something that I want to do. I think everyone will enjoy it. We'll have a short devotion, short time of devotion before we have our fellowship. We'll be doing some desserts and finger foods and things like that after church. Bring a friend and a lot of people. Now, the Sunday right before Christmas, that'll be on the 23rd. We're going to have a real special time, and I hope that everybody will try to make it out that Sunday night. We're planning on doing a candlelight service along with a night communion. If you've never been part of a night communion, it just seems a little more special, a little more intimate. And I'm looking forward to that with a candlelight service. So just a few things that are coming up here in the next few weeks to look forward to. But today I wanted to talk to you about the foretelling, or about the prophecies concerning Jesus. Now, if you look through the Old Testament, there are a lot of things, going back all the way to the beginning, including all the mentions of him, all the possible times that he showed up in the Bible, all the prophecies. It's estimated there's over 400 different things in the Old Testament that point toward Jesus. And there's so many that some of them are not real blatant, they're not real obvious, but they are about him. Now, these prophecies, they have everything from the fact that he's going to come into Jerusalem on a donkey. There's the fact that he's going to be pierced, the fact that he's going to die, the fact that he's going to be that he will be preceded by Elijah, which is talking about John the Baptist, which Jesus compares with Elijah later on in his ministry. The fact that he's going to be betrayed over 30 pieces of silver. He'll be greater than David. There's so many things in the Bible that point to Jesus. There's no way that anyone could ever say that Jesus didn't fulfill all the prophecies. Now, if you look at the prophecies in Elijah or in Isaiah, you look at the prophecies in Daniel and even Ezekiel, some of those prophecies did not predict his coming the first time as the Messiah. Some of those actually pointed more toward the second coming than the first coming, and that's what a lot of the people of Israel were looking forward to. They were expecting Jesus to come riding in, or the Messiah to come riding in on a great white horse and overthrow Rome and make Israel just the dominant power. They expected him to come as a warrior king. They expected him to come in a way that was different than what he came. They weren't expecting him to come as a meek, lowly, humble child born in a manger. Even though many of the prophecies did foretell this. Now, a lot of the children of Israel, a lot of the common people of that day did not have access to the scriptures the way that we do today. Nobody had a Bible. They went to temple. They went to the synagogue. And when they went to the synagogue or to the temple, that's where they heard the Bible being read, or the scriptures being read. And the Pharisees and Sadducees had access to this, and they should have known more of the scripture that said he's not coming as a warrior king. He's not coming as the first time. He's going to be coming differently. And that's what we're going to talk about today, was the way that he was going to come. Now, to prove that he was not going to come as a ruling king, we go to Isaiah. That is one of the first prophecies that I like to go to when it comes to Christmas, is Isaiah chapter 9. And that is one that just, it's one of the more familiar ones. And we'll start in verse 6. It says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. And the government will be on his shoulders, and his name will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. Upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice, from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this." Now, if you read that and you understand that, you know that Jesus is coming as a child. It says, "Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." We see that God is predicting here through his prophet Isaiah that Jesus would come as a child. Jesus would come as his son. And when he came, this is the prophecy that has not been fulfilled yet. This was the birth was the prophecy that has been fulfilled. But then he goes on to say, the government will be on his shoulders. He will be ruler over everything. Now that part has not been fulfilled yet. Now he does have rule over everything, but it will not be until the second coming that we see all of this prophecy fulfilled. But the government will be on his shoulders. He is in charge of everything. And it says that this will be forevermore. Jesus will be ruler forever. This is everlasting. This is eternal. This is something that a kingdom like we have no idea of, a kingdom that we have never seen in the past.